All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to be talking about the incredible, and I mean incredible, power of saying no. And more importantly, how doing that helps you reclaim your most precious resource, your own vital energy.
And this quote from Alina Chamberlain just, wow, it hits hard, right? Every time you say yes out of a fear of causing offense, you subtract a fragment of life from your own soul. I mean, think about that. This isn't just about being busy or inconvenienced. It's framing it as a genuine loss of your life force, a piece of your soul, every single time. That's a huge deal.
So, first things first, we've got to talk about the real cost of saying yes all the time. It's not just in your head. We're going to explore the actual physical toll that obligation takes on our bodies.
So, this is where we get this really fascinating concept called energetic freezing. You can think of it as this physical tightening, this contraction that happens, especially in your gut, when you take on too much. It's like you're building this suit of armor around yourself to handle all the pressure. And sure, it might feel protective for a little while, but over time, that armor just stifles your vitality, your spark, your inner glow.
So, how in the world do you start taking off that armor? Well, it all starts with becoming a bit of a detective. Step one in this whole process is all about auditing your energy. Finding the leaks by, just giving a name to the things that are draining you.
And here's the thing that might feel a little weird at first. You're not supposed to do anything about it. Not yet. This first step is purely about awareness. The whole idea is to start treating your energy like it's a finite, sacred currency. And hey, just like your bank account, you can't manage it if you don't know where it's going, right?
And look how simple this can be. The practice is called the space audit. All you have to do is look at your schedule for today and tomorrow. That's it. Find just 3 things, just 3, that you're doing purely out of obligation or guilt. And then you just write them down. You don't change them, you don't fix them, you just observe.
And then here's where you bring it out of your head and into your body. Ask yourself this question. When I just imagine, just for a second, politely saying no to one of these things, what happens in my body? Do I feel my stomach clench up? Does my gut tighten in fear? This is so key because it helps you feel the physical response tied to that emotional habit.
Okay, on to step 2. We've spotted the leaks, now it's time for the next level, a full-on detox from toxic guilt. It's time to unmask the sentinel, the big guard that's standing at the gate to our own freedom.
I just love this quote. Guilt is the guardian at the gate of your sovereignty. It's not just a feeling, it's this guard whose whole job is to convince you that what you need is way less important than what other people expect from you.
So this is absolutely crucial. We have to separate toxic guilt from healthy responsibility. They are not the same thing. Toxic guilt is that nagging feeling about unwritten rules, that little voice in your head that says, I should have. Healthy responsibility, that's about owning up to it when we've actually caused real harm. One drains you completely, and the other, well, it actually leads to real connection.
And once again, we bring it right back into the body. Take a second right now. Where do you physically store this guilt? Is it a heavy feeling on your chest, a lump in your throat, that clenching in your gut? Just by finding where it lives, you start to separate from it. You can look at it instead of being swallowed by it. And to help you let it go, there's this really cool little ritual called returning the weight. Just picture all your guilt as a super heavy backpack you've been carrying around. In your mind, feel yourself unbuckling it, setting it down on the ground, and say this out loud. I am not responsible for the emotional reactions of others. This isn't about being a jerk, it's about taking back your own emotional center.
Okay, let's move to step 3. And you guys, this one is a biggie. This is all about releasing the savior complex and finally learning how to give up the throne of being responsible for absolutely everything.
So what is the savior complex? Well, you know that feeling, that deep down, totally exhausting belief that if you don't do it, everything will just fall apart? That constant state of hyper-responsibility keeps your body in a state of permanent tension, always braced for the next rescue mission. It might feel noble, but really, it's a trap. And these are the little voices in our heads that keep this whole thing running. If I refuse, I'm being selfish, or they're going to stop loving me. How about the big one? Without my help, everything will fall apart. Sound familiar? Recognizing this inner chatter is the first step to realizing they're just old beliefs, not the actual truth.
But here's the beautiful, liberating truth of it all. The world is way more resilient than you think. By always insisting on being in control, you're not just burning yourself out, you're actually robbing other people of their own chance to learn and grow. So letting go isn't weakness, it's actually an act of trust.
So, want to try something? It's called the trust experiment. It's super simple. Pick one little thing you usually micromanage. Just one. For one day, make a conscious choice not to get involved. Then, just sit back and watch. Be a neutral observer. So, did the world collapse? Probably not, right?
And all of this work, it leads us here, to the reward. Guarding your own inner space and finally, taking back your power.
Imagine that for a second. After you've audited your energy leaks, detoxed from that toxic guilt, and let go of the need to be the savior, something amazing happens. Your energy stops leaking out all over the place. It starts to pool inside you, like a reservoir, ready for you to direct it, not toward what you have to do, but toward what you truly love and desire.
And that brings us to the end of this journey. You've basically completed the level. Seriously, congratulations. You've faced down that sentinel of guilt. You've dismantled the whole illusion of being the essential savior. You've started making peace with life being unpredictable. And most importantly, you have learned to guard the gates of your own energy. That's huge.
So where do we go from here, right? You've done the hard work of clearing out all the junk. You've cleansed the space. But now, you have to fill it. The whole journey starts to shift from, what should I do, to a much more exciting question, what do I truly hunger for?
And that leaves us with this final, powerful question to carry with you. Are you ready to discover what your body truly wants?
You can find the electronic version of book She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain at wishforlove.org.